rock in the wall. It's from this kund. And here there's an impression, there's an impression of Radharani's crown. You can even see the shape. It's like the yellow part, a crown of Radharani. So everybody usually touches this like that. Radharani's booklet or crown. Suryakund 2023 Suryakund Yatra, and we're at the Samadhi of Siddha Baba, Madhusudan Das. We're going to read about his biography. First we'll read some leelas that took place here, 2 leelas. Behind me is the transcendental body of Siddha Madhusudan Das in Samadhi. And the wall behind the Samadhi, there's a shield, there's a rock, and this is the story. Once Radharani set her golden crown on a rock while bathing in this Suryakund. By touching that crown of Radharani, the rock melted in ecstasy. So better watch out, because if Radharani touches you, you'll disappear. You'll melt in ecstasy. Then we can have a Seki milkshake. Yeah, exactly. Nothing personal. The rock melted in ecstasy, but still bears the golden marks of Radharani's crown. The stone is kind of reddish color, but you saw some yellow mark there shaped like a crown. You can have darshan of that rock in the newly renovated Gaura-Nitai temple on the west side of the Kund. The rock is embedded in a back wall inside the Samadhi Mandir. Jagannath Das Babaji was a disciple of Madhusudan Das. He did bhajan in Suryakund for some time. The Samadhi of Bhagavan Das Babaji, who's the Vaish, the Babaji Vaish Guru, of Gaura-Kishore Das Babaji is here also. Sometimes Krishna would come to Suryakund to pick flowers and string a garland for Radharani. That's so cute. It's like, imagine a young boy, he walks down the street, and he sees somebody has a rose garden in front of their house, has rose bushes, and he's going to see his girlfriend, he picks a few roses, and he comes from his girl, he says, I have something for you. What do you have on your back? It's for you. I said, really? And she said, it's like so innocent and so sweet. Krishna, Bhagavan, this is why Krishna is so sweet. He's a sweet God. He's not a destroying God, ferocious God. He's a lovable, sweet God. Krishna would sometimes come to Suryakund and pick flowers and string a mala for Radharani. That's such a beautiful concept. It's so innocent and so sweet and so submissive and so much loving. A Seki would then give it to Radharani, and Radharani would instantly recognize it because it was so expertly made. Here's Bhagavan. Shiva is a famous musician. In the Puranas it says Shiva is a great musician. Mahadev ki jai. And Brahma is also a great musician. But when they hear Krishna play his flute, they become bewildered. They can't, what is it? Because he has different kinds of ragas, he creates his own new ragas. How many ragas are there? There's one raga for every species of life. There's 8,400,000 ragas. How many do you know? No. 10, 15, 20? So Krishna, 8,400,001. He made one extra one. So he's because he's amazing. So imagine how he makes a garland. If that's how he plays the flute, how does he string a garland? Like some people are expert in ISKCON making flower garlands. And so I met some girls. Once somebody was making garlands for Giriraj. I said, where do you learn? I said, I learned from the ladies in ISKCON. It was a Delhi lady. I said, I sat with them and learned they know how to make good garlands in ISKCON. They're really clever. This thing hanging off of this thing and this thing going there, They're really, and they're round, they're cylinder shaped, they're pretty amazing garlands. It's not just one flower like this and like this, they're like 10 like this and 2 like that. They're rounded and they have tails on them hanging down and stuff. Wow. So imagine Krishna become ecstatic from smelling the fragrance of musk and aloe and sandal and camphor lingering on the flowers from Krishna's hands. Most people smell a garland. When they get going, they smell the garland, or only smelling the fingerprints on the garland. That's pretty fine, discriminating sense of smell. You smell this garland. Oh, it's nice. Do you smell Krishna's fingerprints? What? That's pretty cool, huh? So these 2 pastimes happen here. This pastime saw here also about how Madhusudan came to find this rock with the crown of Radharani. There's a prayer here from Bhakti Ratnakar to Sri Narayan. Narahari Chakravarti says, just see the Murti of Suryadev. In great happiness, Radharani and Sakhis come here to worship Suryadev. Krishna himself became the Purohit priest, performed the Surya Puja. This Murti of Suryadev is very merciful and gives love for Krishna. So did you all pray for Krishna Prem and Gopi Bhav and Radha's Nitya Seva? Go like this. Go down, but also go up. If you go down, you might fall asleep. Because you ate so much, you go, yes. You have to come up also, up and down. She's already down. She can't. Here we are again. me sitting here, you sitting there, me from a restaurant. 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 34, 21, 22, 23, 35, 45, 50. Bye. What a way to go, huh? The deity of Suryadev is very merciful and gives Krishna Prem. I worship Suryadev, who is the father of whom? Yes? Correct. 2 points. Gold star on your report card. Suryadev is Yama Yami. Yami Yami. You want to go on a yatra to Mathura? Hey. Kaiser. We're going to take you to Constance prison. Lock you up and throw away the key. Suryadev is the father of Yamuna and destroyer of all diseases. He was, it's funny, because Narahari Chakravarti doesn't even mention that he's the father of Yamaraj. The father of Yamuna, what about Yamaraj? Surya bestows attachment to the lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore, Surya is the basis of all auspiciousness. Sri Ram Bhagavan Ki Jai. This is Saints of Braj. It's in Hindi and English and Russian also, I think so. By Gopal Kapoor. The book is a little exaggerated. I mean, but he's a good writer. But it's got basic truth. But a lot of stuff is really over the top. But he's a writer, so But there's saints here from different places. Vrindavan, Jaya Krishnadas was Kamyavan, Bhimakund, Shri Krishnadas, Nandagram, there's Govardhan, Matsi Ganga, Krishnadas, Ranavadi, like that. Suryakund, Gopal Das Baba, Suryakund. Nice vibration in this place. I like the vibration. The whole big mandir, the whole big complex over there, there's 3 people living there. It's too austere. All they can beg is rotis. There's no subsidy in this village. You have to go to Radhakund and buy subsidy. I had a place. I don't know where. I can't. Where is it? All right. Durlabh Das Baba. I met this author of this book. I met him 2 or 3 times, personally. Gopal Das. Suryakund, Madan 51. He's a Bengali Vaishnava, doesn't say the year. It was around 1890 or so, 1900 or something he lived. That doesn't say. But the night of his marriage, he didn't think that was a good idea. What do you think, you agree? The night of his marriage, he renounced his wife and parents and ran away to Vrindavan. A lot of people shake their heads, think it's a good idea, okay. And then, while he lived in Vrindavan, he was always thinking of Krishna and crying for Krishna. He came out of the forest in the morning to go beg Madhukari in the village and went back to the forest. He met someone, and the person told him, "You'll never attain Krishna without a guru." So the author writes here, Gopal Kapoor says, there are many Siddha Mahatmas that are still living here in Vrindavan. In invisible form, who help sadhakas in their moments of difficulty. It appears that one of these sadhakas came to help the young man, Madhusudan Das. A Mahatma appeared from somewhere and said, "My boy, go bathe in the Yamuna. And after you bathe in the Yamuna, come and I'll give you mantra diksha." The boy was very happy, and he went and bathed in the Yamuna. That saintly person gave diksha to Madhusudan and then disappeared. The moment that Madhusudan received the diksha mantra, he fell unconscious. That would be kind of a problem, Speak diksha mantra, the second he faints in front of him. Hey, wake up. Yeah, maybe happen, I don't know. how they call her mother in Italy, come get your daughter. When he came to consciousness, he looked for his sixth guru, he couldn't find him. Then he went to Mahatma and met Siddha Krishnadas. So this is about 1860, 1870. Siddha Krishnadas lived about 1860. Bhava Sangha. He asked him to give teaching in bhajan. So then Baba told him, because he met Siddha Krishnadas Baba, and he asked him to give teaching about bhajan. And Baba said, our bhajan is Raganuga, which means you have to have some relationship of the sadhaka with the guru. It must be it's called Sambandhanuga. In other words, you have to have a relationship with the disciple and the guru. But you don't know anything about your guru, therefore you're not eligible for Raganuga bhajan. The boy started crying. So then he was unhappy, so he went to Kamyavan. The Kamyavan gave his desires fulfilled. He saw Jai Krishnadas Babaji at Bimal Kund. You saw him there the other day, you saw him? Did you see? I saw him. He advised me he should do Harinam and pray to Radharani. Wait for our advice. This is an old instruction. A lot of people come to me and say, well, I need a guru. I say, Chana, can you pray to Radharani? But when he heard, the Madan heard he wasn't qualified for bhajan, he cried more and more. So he said, what's the use of living? I'm not qualified for bhajan. I got diksha, but I don't know who my guru is. I don't know anything about me or anything. So I might as well die. So he came. He embraced Govardhan Shila and jumped into Radhakund. That's good. Like to weigh him down, like you tie a big rock on your foot and jump in the water, you'll go down. Otherwise the body floats, So he held on to a big Govardhan Shila and jumped in the water to drown in Radhakund. But why? He tied a rope. He tied a rope around his neck. And tied around a big heavy Govardhan Shila. And he went out in the water and threw it in the water. So he'll drown. But some invisible person came from Moscow. No. Some person came. And they untied the rope. And they took him back to the bank of Radhakund and put a palm leaf in his hand with a mantra written on it. Pretty mysterious, huh? Pretty cool. Mantras. So he understood his sorrow and his mercy. So then he went running to Jai Krishnadas Baba and Kamyavan. He said, Baba, this is what happened. And Baba said, these are words. That's not in the script. That word wasn't in the script. Oh God, right. Krishna, right. It's not good to talk after you eat. You have to digest your food in peace, Your air is supposed to go in your belly, not go out your mouth. So my Panchaprana upside down. Ham Vaishwanara Bhutva Praninam Deyamasrita Pranapana Samayita Panchamyanam Chaturvidam. This is a digestion mantra from Bhagavad Gita. Vaishwanara is the fire of digestion. Aham Vaishwanara Bhutva Praninam Deyamasrita Pranapana Samayukta Pancham Yanam Chaturvidam. I feel better already. Okay. So, what did Jai Krishnadas Babaji tell him? So you're very lucky. Now, Radharani gave a clear command. You go and call again at Radharani's door, and certainly she'll respond. So Baba went to Radhakund and started crying to Radharani. Because Radhakund is Radharani, Sakshat Radharani. Radharani heard Madhusudan's cry and gave him darshan. Right. And Radharani said, listen, Baba, get out of here. He said, go to Suryakund. Go to Suryakund and do bhajan. You'll get your Nitya Seva there. So Radharani told him how to get his Nitya Seva mantra through. Do not give or disclose the mantra you have received on a palm leaf to anyone. So Radharani gave a mantra on a palm leaf when he gave up his body in Radhakund, and he had darshan of Radharani. He came out, and she told him to come here. He did bhajan in this place. This is bhajan stali and samadhi. He did bhajan on the west side, facing east, and facing Suryadev, who's in the east. Sunrise in the east, this is the east, this is the south. So he did bhajan facing here. Nice. Excuse me?
Which year? 18, you told.
What year?
What year? Which year?
1860.
1860.
1860. 150 years.
160 years ago.
160 years ago.
Not so long ago.
Not so long ago. So since then he did bhajan, and people began to call him Madhusudan Das Babaji. Perhaps this is the name given by his guru. One day, so he's getting a lot of darshan of Radharani. Radharani gave darshan of Madhusudan in a dream. Maharaj, are dreams real? They can be, if they're Guru or Radha Krishna. And she said, he was bathing right here, on this side, he was bathing in Suryakund. He said, near where you bathe, there's a stone in the water. On that Shila, there's a Kayura and Angada. There's an armlet. They say a mukut, anyway. The shield melted by their touch and imprints were left on it. Take out that shield and worship it. So it became known as a mukut shila. Shila means rock. The Madhusudan entered the kund and discovered the shila and became famous as a Siddha. Siddha Madhusudan Das Babaji. The Baba used to go late at night and chant the following line. He would do bhajan late at night. Vishwambar Gaurachandra Vrishabhanani Radhe. Repeat after me. Vishwambar Gaurachandra Vrishabhanani Radhe. He did that all night long, and in the morning he'd go hide in his kutir. There are many stories told about Siddha Madhusudan Das Babaji. On holy time, in this month, Falgun, on Nomi, I think that's Shukla Nomi, I think it's Barsana Holy, Nomi or Dasami. I think it's Nomi and Barsana, Shukla Nomi, and Dasami, it starts Nanaram, and Ekadasi to Purnima is Vrindavan. Like super crazy. And day after Purnima is still holy. It's called Bungi Holy. Because on Purnima Day, the Brahmins play holy. Goswamis, Brahmins, temples, and lower class people aren't supposed to play. So the next day, it's called Bungi Holy, and they take this stuff from the streets and the gutters. It's a good fun. So be careful you don't go out. People think Purnima, the Holy's over. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's officially over. But you should wait a couple of days, hide in your bomb shelter, hide in your bunker, till the flower bombs stop falling. It can get dangerous, pretty wild. So everybody was going to play holy in Barsana. So Baba used to get excited. He would run towards Barsana to take part in holy. But on the way, he fell unconscious to the ground. He remained lying unconscious all day and night. In the morning, when he woke up, people came to find him, and his dress was covered, his Babaji Vesh was covered with red color, gulal, that indicated that in his Siddha he played holy. One time someone came to his kutir in Suryakund and said, "Your wife that you married for a half hour." He ran away the night of the marriage, you know. He didn't even do the seven speed trials around the fire, you know. It's just pharaohs. Pharaoh, 7 times around the fire, tied up with your dhoti and sari. You've seen, you must have seen. You just saw it the other day. Some people saw it. Some people were allergic to that. Some people are allergic to that sight. So he said, your wife came, and she's coming here to Suryakund tonight to see you. Although Baba was very old that time, when he heard his wife was coming to see him, he ran away. The old lady, which means his wife, understood that her Baba ran away because she would disturb his bhajan. So she prayed to Giriraj for her husband's health and perfection in bhajan and went back to Bengal. Jai, wife ki jai. One time, Baba got some sore on his foot and he couldn't walk, and it got worse and worse. So he decided to go to a lonely place and give up his body. He kept chanting the name of Radharani, Radharani, Radharani. He didn't drink any water for 2 days. On the 3rd day, Radharani came with roti and water in the guise of a Brajabasi girl, a chori, Braj chori. He said, Baba, why are you lying here? I'm tired of searching for you. You didn't come from Madhukari to my parents' house yesterday. He doesn't know it's Radharani, because he would go, Madhukari means you go bake for roti. So he'd go to this house, and the mother would make a roti, she'd give it to her daughter, 12, 13, 14 years old. He gave it to the Baba, give it to the Baba. Here, Baba, thank you. So that same girl came to him and said, what are you doing here? I'm looking all over you. You're supposed to come to the house and take roti 2 days, you're not there. My mother's so worried. You didn't come for Madhukari yesterday or the day before. My mother sent Madhukari for you. So the little girl placed Mamakari and said, Baba, eat. Baba said, Lali, why have you come here? How did you come to know that I was here hiding in the forest, dying? Don't worry about that. I know everything. Don't worry about that. Now eat. I will not eat. Come on, what are you fanning that? It flies all over me. Huh? You gotta move closer, you're too far away. So that sweet rice is still on my lips, you know. Sweet rice on my lips, so the flies are landing on my lips. Sun's dripping out. I will not eat, said Baba. And the girl said, why won't you eat? My mother asked me to feed you in my presence and not to return until I see you eaten. Why should you commit suicide just because your body's not working? Do you think suicide will lead to siddhi? Now start eating. The Brishvasis are powerful, you know. Baba couldn't disregard the sweet and loving command of the girl, especially Brishvasi. You eat, man. He ate everything she brought. And then he said, don't come again. The girl went away. As she was going away, she turned again and again back and looked at the Baba with a mysterious, sweet smile. Simultaneously, Baba felt all the suffering in his body disappeared. He felt blissful. He opened the bandage that he put on his foot where all the sore was, and there was no sore. Whole thing aroused suspicion in his mind. How has this happened? He went to the home of the girl and asked the mother, where's Lali? And the mother said, Lali has gone to her father's house, her father-in-law's. When did she go there? 3 months ago. Then Baba understood everything. Who was the Lali? Radharani ki jai. After this, Baba went a little crazy and always started saying, it was Harade Karunamayi, Harade Karunamayi. And he cried and cried. I guess so. Once Baba desired to speak the Bhagavatam, he started reading and explaining the 5 chapters of the Rasa dance, Rasa Panchadhyaya. A low-class child came there every day listening to the pot. The Brishvasis didn't like this because, you know, this was 150 years ago. People were pretty caste conscious. The Brahmins don't like to sit in the same line with the Bungi. They go. They're particular about who they sit with. So he was the lowest caste, came every day. The Brishvasis didn't like it. They objected. But Baba didn't object. On the last day, the child came and sat on Baba's lap. And Baba, I guess, was a Brahmin also. Doesn't say. And then, in the midst of the Bhagavad Gita, the little child asked Baba, after Raslila, where did Krishna take rest? In Sevakund or Sanketvan? Before Baba could reply, there was a loud explosion of a bomb. The soul took its flight through the Brahmarandra on top of the head and went to where Radha and Krishna were resting after Raj. So the kid blew his head. Blew his mind. So these kind of things are in this book, which makes it a little dubious. But basically, my teachers have told me this book has some nice things, but there's a lot of poetic license, a lot of reckless driving on your reckless driving on your revoked poetic license. Revoking your license, they take your license away because you speed your car too much. It's called revoking. Revoking means taking. So a lot of reckless driving on a revoked poetic license. That's a good way to describe Gopal Kapoor's biographies. They give you the basic idea, but it's really exaggerated. A lot of stuff is not true at all. He just adds it to make it like a novel, you know. He's a great writer. You ever read this book? Saints of Braj. There's one Saints of Braj, one Saints of Bengal. It's not bad. It's fun reading. I read, took a bunch of notes in and stuff. And I like, because there are different places, so when I go on yatras, I can just find out right away. You know, I'm like a systematic kind of guy, you know. So summer in Vrindavan, so I go on Vrindavan yatra, I read about this one, and Gokul, and Suryakund, Brindo, Ranavati, Govardhan, Nandagram, Kamivan. I didn't bring the book, I was too lazy to carry the book. Vrindavan, Shringarvat, summer in Shringarvat, women's by Yamuna side, Mat Gown, this is Banki Bihari Leela, Bankani Shiva Leela, Govishwar Goswami, biography of Govishwar Goswami, Nandagram Pavan Sarovar, Kaliyadaha, Jagadish Das Baba. It's like that. Maharaj Siddha Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai.
Yeah, there is Saints of Rajpura and Saints of Bengal.
There's two books, Saints of Bengal and Saints of Braj. I have them both, but Saints of Braj is, of course, more favorite. Another thing is that Gopal Kapoor, he's a great saintly person. He was initiated by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Then he left and took Vaish, not Babaji Vaish, but he took Siddha Pranali from Gurungadas Babaji. And Gurungadas Babaji is coming in Nitai Gaur Radha Shyam Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram group, which is a different kind of group. So the Saints of Bengal, practically all the saints in there are his godbrothers. They're Nitai Gaur Radha Shyam people. So they're not so much appreciated by mainline Gaudiya Vaishnavas. But they teach a different Siddhanta than most everybody else. They don't chant Hare Krishna and Kirtan. Only in Japa. Nitai Gaur Radha Shyam Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram. There's their mantra, and Kirtan Nitai Gaur Radha Shyam. So I don't like Saints of Bengal too much. I don't like to hear about those kind of guys. You know, I want to hear about our standard. But there are some nice things. It's worth reading about all saintly persons. The founder of that mission was quite a yogi kind of guy. He did a lot of miracles, Rara Raman Charan. So we offer respect. We have our line. We have our line in our family line. The Waita Babaji's, Waita Parivar Babaji's, and Citizen Waita Parivar. When you go to Waitavat, you can see Jai. There's a Murti of Jai Krishnadas Babaji. Jai Krishna Das. He was married. Yeah, Jata, big Jat.
Jatiya Baba.
Maybe he's called Jatiya Baba. I don't know. Many people are called Jatiya Baba. But Jai Krishna Das Babaji. He was married, but he was the Siddha saint of Waita Parivar. Very nice. And he also was a yogi, did many miracles. There's a murti of him also there on the side. You see Madan Gopal there, Vaitavat, murti, on the side there's murti. We'll go to Vrindavan. We'll have a yatra there.
Jai.
But now it's a little colorful time. You get bombed out. I don't mind getting color on me, but I don't like surprise. Like when someone comes in front and throws color, okay. But I don't like the over the head stuff, you know. When you walk through the lanes of Brudge, the kids go on the roof and pour from the roof. Big bucket color. You get a whole bath of red bath, green bath, blue bath. It's like, it's not that warm now, it's kind of cold and you get chilled and you don't feel good. I had it happen so many times. I did 3 years down there in Suryakund area, in Madan, during Holi. Oh my God. Come out, you go out white, come back 5 rainbow color. You know? You got white skin, you come back 5 different colors of skin, you know. Any questions about Suryakund or Sri Puja? Yeah.
What are the things that are not real in this story? Because you say that this book, some things are real, some things are exaggeration. So what are the exaggeration in this story and what are the true things?
What did she say?
As you told that in Saints of Raj, there are some exaggeration also
Yeah.
in stories. So what are the exaggeration in this Madhusudan Das Babaji Maharaj stories?
Oh, the thing about the little kid coming and sitting and blasting out from
Blast.
You can kind of see it coming also, you know. I mean, you know, when have you seen that, you know? I mean, it's like... Anyway, you know, it's like, it doesn't... The thing is, like we have a phrase in America, take everything with a grain of salt, which means like, don't take it too seriously. Like it's not for Siddhanta. It's storytelling. You sit by the fireplace, your grandfather tells you stories. Oh, Granddaddy, tell me another story. That's nice. Oh, that's a fun one. That's a nice moral. You know, you get anything good about it? When it's something good, you take it. The other okay. Just appreciate how the guy was so advanced. He had darshan Radharani. He found a guru, and he was so determined. Learn from him determination and steadiness, enthusiasm, surrender, detachment. All these things he's showing in his life story. Particularly miracle stuff, walking across the water. You know, wait till Charlie danced across the lotus flowers. And miserable snakes, you know, maybe not true. You know, okay, good, you know. God can do anything. He's God, so God can do anything, right? Stories like this are not meant to diminish your faith, they're meant to increase your faith. Not, why, that's not right, I don't believe that. If you're, you know, he who casts words of doubt does put the light of knowledge out. You cast words is old English. I don't believe that. I doubt this. I doubt that's true. I doubt that's true. Then you end up with doubts and nothing. Because a lot of knowledge is transcendental, which means it's a hokshaja. What is the meaning of a hokshaja? A hokshaja means beyond the sense perception. It's called a hokshaja gyan. It's knowledge beyond your perception. Can you see God? Can't see God. So you have to see by hearing from Shastra. The absolute reality is perceived through the ears, not through the eyes, or through your mind. It's perceived through hearing and through a purified heart. You have spurti of it. Atasri Krishna Namadi, Navad Graham Seva Meki Jivada, Swayam Spurti. My name is Joe, your name is Krishna. What's the big difference? My name is Romeo. Your name is Ram. Your name is Radha. My name is Juliet. What's the difference? Well, chat my name and find out. Ram. Oh, nice. Romeo. Radha. Juliet. So that experience, it's called, Spurti means experience, Anubhav. Like people say, what's this Hare Krishna business? Oh, bogus. So made up stuff. Try it, you'll like it. If it doesn't work, give it back, man. You don't like my dishwasher, give it back. I'll take it somewhere else, man. I reserved one for you. I'll take it back, give it to somebody else. Okay, you take it. He's the way he wants it. It's like the library. You take out the book out of the library 2 weeks and you give it back. If you take a mantra for a couple of months, it doesn't work, give it back and go be a Buddhist, you know. Oh no, you're not gonna go. Oh no, you're not gonna go. Nobody has handcuffs. Nobody's got handcuffs on. Raise your arm, put your hands behind your back. Oh. If you're happy, keep it, happy, go forward. If you don't like it, throw it away, do something else, man. Life is valuable, life is precious. You shouldn't feel like you're in a straitjacket or a pair of handcuffs. That's not the way. Wear gold bangles and be happy. You should play cards. That's better. Handcuffs. I wrote an article about reject guru. I said some of you are dissatisfied, stuck in their position. I was just reading. I got a letter from this Indian lady, and she's not happy with her guru. She said, I have some issues with my guru. I felt like putting a T in front of the word. I wrote back and said, you misspelled it. Issues means tissues. Because my guru's making me cry. So your issue became a tissue. What kind of guru is that? So she said, can you help me? I said, you should meet your guru and talk to the guy and find out what's going on. I sent her a verse from Nectar Instruction. Tadati pratigrinati, guyamakati prichati, guyamakati, speak confidential with your guru, meet him and reveal your mind, and tell him how you feel and just work it out with your guru. Why you bother me? He's your guru. Your accountant's with that bank, not my bank. You have SBI, I have Citibank. SBI, State Bank of India. Citibank, New York. Yeah. That's a fact. You're a disciple of somebody else. That's your account. I don't have your account in my books. No. I got my own credits and debits. Where's Madhuri? Madhuri is my accountant, CA, certified accountant. She doesn't have any money. She's a beggar lady. She's existing by kripa. That's the best thing. Purely by kripa. You got a lot of it too. She's a robber, late at night. She's got a big kripa account. You should tap into it. You're a hacker. You're a hacker account. Sunday class. Sunday session. I said cracker. So crack your phone account, bank account, cracker. I said what? I said hacker. I said call it a Russian cracker. This Russian hacker to crack your account. That's what I come out to do things. Radisham. Nobody knows where this crazy. Siddha ki jai. Siddha is happy. You got some laughs for a change. You know, it's so quiet around here. You know, kind of bored. Radisham. Anything more about Siddha Madhusudan Das Baba? Those were great times, 1800s. Wow. Those were really great times in India. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2000. Oh my God. Trees everywhere, forests everywhere. My Guru Maharaj, I talked to him sometimes. He lived at Govindakund many years. I would go down there and see him. On the south side of Govindakund. We have to do that half a prick when we have to do still. Pretty soon it gets warmer, I'm going to go to the other half. And I'll show you the place of his bhajan there. And the place where I lived at Govindakund for 1 week with Subal Das Baba. We did Madhukar every day, every morning in Anior. It was fun living. The kutir is still there. But Gurudev, I said, well, you know, you came here in 1940. And what was Govardhan like then, you know? He said it was really, this was this little foot, like dog trail. When dogs run through the forest, it's called a dog trail, you know. It's like it's like about this wide, you know, just for dogs or rats or, and just people could walk through. It's called dog trail. You know, that was the Rikma mark. There was no road there. And there was no lights. Lights came in 1970. 1970, so, and Vrindavan lights came in 1970. Only temples had lights. Streets had one light every 300 meters or something. I remember even 1977 when I came, the road from Bangvihar to ISKCON, there was no lights on the whole road. Come back at night, it was like, and all the side of the road was all woods and forests, wasn't ashrams everywhere. It was really like scary, you know. My Gurudev said when he used to go around at night, you could hear hundreds and hundreds of peacocks. He said some peacocks would go in the Kumbh and start making noise, wow, wow, wow. And then all the peacocks go all the way to Radhakund and make noise. Because this guy would, one guy, hey, that's my cousin. So he would go, wow, 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 wow. You know. And then the other guy up the road would say, that's my cousin. And then it goes all the way up, it goes from Govindakund to Radhakund and back. He said, you hear hundreds and hundreds of peacocks. You couldn't sleep at night, it was so loud. Wow, 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 wow.
That's why now less.
Huh?
That's why now peacock less. So many people didn't like this too much.
I don't know, there's not many peacocks left. Very few peacocks.
What about tiger on Varshana?
There's tigers in Suryakund today. There's some Siberian tigers, I think.
Bengali tiger.
No, it's Suryakund. They wear green. They have white fur, but they wear green blankets. Thank you, sir. You saw one? Rama, did you see one? Hello. Do you see that Siberian tiger in Suryakund? That's a female. It's dangerous. Wears a green blanket. We see the story of Raghunath Das were tigers. So I guess there were tigers. Because Suryakund forest there's tigers. Lord Chaitanya went to. That's in Bihar. You have a big forest, you have a diversified population of deer and food for tigers, and tigers will be there. Bad tiger. Tigers came back as Loivas our shopkeepers. Tigers reincarnated Loivas our shopkeepers. Because tigers rip you, you know, they rip you. So the business guys rip you off, you know. Rip off your money. Oh, Jai show. Okay, anything more or less? Suryakund, this is a place every day Radharani comes here. And puja goes on here in this temple. It's amazing to think about. I don't know how old the deity is, maybe from Radharani's time, who knows? I have no idea. I haven't heard anything. It's a black stone deity, so it can be very old. 3,000 years old, hundreds, who knows? But Leela is eternal Leela, it's Nitya Leela. I told you a story of what, it relates to this pastime. Outside, there's a road from Radhakund. It goes from Radhakund to Suryakund. It goes from Radhakund to Kunjara. And one Baba, he lived on the hill, and towards the end of his life, he bought property on the road from Radhakund to Kunjara, and he lived the last days of his life on that road. He's a Goswami. He was a Pandit at the Kund. His name was Shamasundar Goswami. And his sons are Baladev and Dambihari. They're popular Pandits at the Sangam. Dambihari and Baladev. His father's name was Shamasundar. He used to sit at the Radharani Charan at the Sangam and chant Gopal mantra all day long out loud. So I got initiated about 10,000 times in Gopal mantra from him. Because I paid obeisance, given Klim Krishnaya Govindaya, he would just recite it over and over again. Well loud, he had a very deep voice. He's a big guy. His sons are tall, so Damihari is a very handsome person, very tall. Panda at the Sangam. He speaks English now, also pretty good. A nice guy. So I asked his father, I said, why you moved away from your sons? You're living there by yourself. He said, I want to have darshan. I'm a Brijvasi. I want to have darshan on Radharani before I die. I said, okay. Why did you have it over there? He said, that's on the hill, that's okay. But this street, Radharani walks on the street, she leaves Radhakund with Krishna and walks down the street, and at a certain point after this, Krishna goes to Kunjara to get dressed as Vishnu Sharma, and Radharani goes to Suryakund. And they come by the street every day at 3 o'clock and run down the street together. And so I always, because he's always sat, he built a house right on the side of the street. And he always sat on the veranda all day and night at that time of day. at 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day, be out on the veranda waiting to have darshan of Radha and Krishna. This is like 5 years ago. I met the person. He invited me there for Madhukari, take prasad at his house. So I went there. So this is the type of bhav Brijvasis have. Special bhav. They're born in this land because they have great attachment to Radha and Krishna. And they want to see Radha and Krishna before they die. So we come, we're not born here, but we come to this land, and we live in Vrindavan. We also want to have darshan of Radha and Krishna. Confirmed. Our want is confirmed. I don't know. Fulfillment of our want is also confirmed. I don't know. Or with a Siddha saint, so anything's possible. Siddhas have great power. Oh, Yava's Gauri Thai's Mahaprasad, he finished making offering Gauri Thai, he offers it to Siddha Baba. And then they all take the prasad of Siddha Baba. And they're all Babaji's. Nice thing. This is a standard way of puja, a standard way. Nice. Hundreds of years is going on like this. 150 years they've been doing this. Offering Siddha Baba Krishna's prasad. It's pretty amazing.